Good evening, welcome to Tudor Talk Extra Time, where it's finished here at Champion Hill, Dulwich Hamlet 2, Hemel Town 1. The Tudors did go ahead early on in the second half, but Dulwich hit back with 2 goals to walk away with all 3 points. And I caught up with manager Sammy Moore at full time to find out what his thoughts were on the defeat.
Yeah, disappointed. I thought for 66 minutes until they scored, I thought we was excellent. Brilliant away performance. Done everything. We've worked on in the week, and we switch off for the goal. It's a throw in. Then we don't stop the cross, and then we don't deal with it in the box. So 3 mistakes. Leads to them scoring, and it was a soft goal. And then 2.5 hours in here. They have the they're driving forward, and it's a matter of time. About picking up stuff and picking second balls up and doing all the stuff you need to do out of possession to really dig in. That's when I need my characters to really step up. And then it's another cross, and a great save by Grimmy, but we don't react to the rebound. So I'm disappointed, but I don't want to be too critical of my players, because they've given me everything. The last 6 games, we've certainly turned the corner, and we certainly are playing with confidence. But unfortunately today, 2 mistakes have cost us the game. Grimmy's had hardly anything to do. They've had probably 2-3 shots, I think, on target and scored 2, and are mistakes because they're very much we can deal with them. Certainly throw-ins. I thought throw-ins today, we didn't do the basics well enough out of possession. So something we need to work on, but don't want to be too critical, because we have certainly been on a good run, but disappointed with the result.
It looked like in the first half their tactic was to go long. They were trying to put long balls into the box, long throw-ins. But after we scored, they certainly seemed to try and play a little bit more and made a double substitution. And that's essentially where the goals come from.
Yeah, I think you've got to remember they're fighting for their lives. They're down there, and they're a good team. They shouldn't be down there, but they are. This league is tough. It's demanding, but it was a perfect away performance for 66 minutes until they scored. We do everything we need to do. We get around bodies. I thought we started slow in the game, but we grew into the game, and we did certainly cause them problems from set pieces. Disappointed in the first half that we didn't keep the ball well enough. But I thought we started the second half, how we wanted to, on the front foot. We played through the thirds, and we got a good goal. A set piece goal that we reacted well in the box, and I thought we was comfortable. Second half they've had to make a couple of changes, for them to sort of spark into life. But the 2 goals are avoidable. Throw-ins down the line we don't deal with the cross, and then we don't deal with it in the box. And I said, if away from home you need to do the throw-ins, you need to do the set pieces. I say it every week, it matters what happens in both boxes. And unfortunately today, we switched off twice second half, and it's cost us. But I don't want to be too critical, because we've got a good group in there. We're hurting because we want to do well in this league. We want to keep winning every game. But the effort, the desire, for majority of that game was there. But unfortunately we switched off today, where we didn't switch off the previous 2 games. But we got to live and learn. We got to dust ourselves down, and we got to go again. So I thought the supporters were really good behind the goal. Got behind the team. They can see a team fighting. They can see a team trying to play the right way. As I said, it is what it is at the minute. We're certainly in a better place than where we were 6 weeks ago. It's one game at a time.
We saw you have a conversation with the referee at full time. They did show you a red card. Anything you want to say on that?
I wasn't happy with the referee. I wasn't, the linesman, first of all, Luke Howe's ankle, he's like a balloon, his ankle's come through his sock, the boys jumped off the ground, should have been a red card. The lino said, from where we were, it's a red card. Doesn't deal with it. Then our striker goes through, pulls him back. Ain't a red card, that one, but it's a yellow card. Doesn't go over to the lino to speak to him. Doesn't give him a yellow card. For me, it's a yellow card. And then Midson's through on goal. He's the last man. The guy's admitted he's the last man, and he gives him a yellow card. The boy should have been off. Boy should have been off with that, and he should be. Well, I thought it was in the box. Whether it is in the box, I don't know. I need to look at it. But we've had him before, so the least said about him, the better. But I wasn't pleased with his performance, and I think he needs to go home and have a look at the DVD, and I think he changes his mind on that tackle. I've showed my passion. I'm a winner. I don't like losing. I stick to my guns. I just said to him, he's had a poor game. He's missed 3 key incidents that could have changed the game. Now I've got a player in there that could be out for 3-4 weeks. And it was a disgrace of a challenge.
And finally, obviously there's a lot going on up and down the country and around the world in regards to coronavirus and games potentially being off and maybe football even pushed back into the summer months. What's your feeling on that?
To be honest, I don't think today should have gone ahead, if I'm honest, because everyone needs to stay healthy. Everyone's got families, and it is a deadly bug, and it's spreading around the country, quicker than people can even think. So listen, the Premier League's off, the EFL's off, leagues below us are off. I don't know why we played today. There's 3,000 here. If they're saying that large crowds, then today, but listen, we got to get on with it. I don't think next week will go ahead, if I'm honest, and then we'd have to review it after that. But we can only do what the league says. We've come here today, we've had a right go for 66 minutes, and unfortunately mistakes have cost us the game. But listen, my lads have been superb in training, in matches, and we'll keep fighting, and hopefully we need to just try and finish as high up in this league as we can. I want to forget the playoffs, because we just need to take one game at a time and try and build on the momentum we've had in previous weeks. Today's a disappointment, but when you're hurting, you want to come back fighting the next week, and that's what we'll certainly do.
Well, if this does turn out to be the last game of the season, then thank you very much for coming out here, fronting up the interviews and being as honest as ever again today. Thanks very much.